Hey there, YouTube land. I'm here with my son Matt, and basically, well,
Got news for you, father.
yep, basically he has news, but he got from me.
Yeah, apparently, Count Yorga is coming out on Blu-ray.
Do you remember Ken Yorga? I just got to ask you.
No, not at all.
Ken Yorga is a vampire film. Now, it was done with Robert Corey. Now, back in the day, at that time, Hammer was kind of like the king of vampires. So they were doing really well with the Dracula stuff, but things kind of started to peter out. Things were changing. The Ken Yorga films were a modern take on it. They were very dark, very bleak, and he ended very, very kind of darkly. So they did so well actually that over in the UK, Hammer Films decided they were going to modernize their vampire films. That Dracula was no longer going to be in a gothic setting. He was going to be now in a modern setting. So we get these kind of cheesy Dracula movies, one where he's almost like a Bond villain, and one where he's just kind of like they show this really cool scene of him dying at the beginning of the film, and then we get this other film which is not as good. But Kent Yorga did a sequel and it was extremely well done. But there's only one problem. Kent Yorga is being released by Twilight Time.
Yep.
Now Twilight Time did a really good release. Actually, a good friend of mine, person who's a huge fan of Twilight Time, by the way, got me this one here, Fright Night, when I couldn't get it, and I would extremely appreciate it. This is one of my favorite Blu-rays of all time. Fright Night is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. And he did a great job with this edition.
And a good
Fright Night.
J.G. Giles band song.
Oh, it's an awesome song. Fright Night. Still on my face. Unfortunately, most of the stuff that they do doesn't work out like that. They don't really know a lot of the genre stuff that they're going for. They go for it because that's what seems to be popular nowadays. Hugh Lauber is doing the same thing. They started it with doing basically a lot of silent stuff, a lot of early stuff. Olive is following suit. They're doing a lot of like different stuff. Olive basically did a lot of like stuff that Olive's company doesn't put any features on stuff. Charged $35, and mostly what they used to do was like public domain stuff. You clean it up, make it look good, but was still that same John Wayne Western that you got for 10 westerns on a set for $5 before. It's just it looks really pretty now, which is good if you're like collecting and that's just what you want. That's all you want. I don't just collect just to see the movie. I'm studying film. Film is like a passion for me. I don't just want to know what the movie is or what it looks like. I want to see it. I want to hear stuff about behind the scenes. And a lot of times they say, well, some of the people aren't alive. Well, there's people that are studying this stuff. There's people that actually like this stuff. When you buy a DVD or Blu-ray, do you look for features?
Well, I don't opt to buy Blu-rays and DVDs, but when I do, I do look for features. Yes.
What's your favorite one in your collection?
Favorite one in my collection? I really like. I have probably Battle Royale. My Battle Royale set.
That has a lot of cool stuff on it.
It does, and it was like a sweet find for me.
The Nightbreed set I got you.
Yeah, Nightbreed set's really, really good.
But here's the thing.
Those exclusively have like sets.
These are like stuff that companies like Screen Factory and Arrow go for. These aren't like they look at movies that sell. I just recently watched a recent podcast, listened to a podcast where Screen Factory were talking about stuff that they buy. New Year's Evil was a great, it was a great buy for us. We watched it last night. We had a fantastic time. Yeah. Unfortunately, movies like Final Terror and Final Exam didn't sell very well. So that when they go to their board and ask, hey, let's get another slasher film, sometimes you don't always get that because they don't sell well. When things don't sell well, they tend to go another way. That's why Screen Factory has been releasing a lot more of the newer stuff. Because whether we like it or not, the newer stuff is selling because it's getting into the major distributing chains. Whereas New Year's Evil may not have made it to a Walmart. Animal certainly did, and at $9.99, you're sure that sold. But what else did they release? Are they releasing? This is the sad part. Olive Films is releasing the thing with two hits. It's a cheesy film that has Ray Milland, and I think it's Rosie Goodard, the football player. Basically, it's about a racist guy that he's really rich, and he wants to be left alive. So his head is sewn on to a black man's body.
Oh, okay.
Hilarity ensues. It's actually a very fun film. Olive's releasing it, and it's sad because it's something that I would really like to see Arrow or something released because it's just one of those cheese factor things, You want to hear about what happened behind the scenes. You want to hear about the public's reaction to it, and I'm not expecting a lot from that. Now, this being all said, if they do come out with like a bunch of features and stuff like that, I'll definitely come back on here and say, they did a great job, and I'll pimp the DVD, the Blu-rays and stuff, but I'm not expecting to have to do that. But Scream and Scream again, you like Vincent Price.
I do.
Vincent Price movie. And Twilight Time again. Hopefully, Arrow will get that with the UK release because we know Twilight Time is not going to give it anything but a nice little score. If they get it that.
Yeah.
They're going to say, well, a lot of these people aren't alive. Well, there's people that are alive that watch this stuff, that study stuff. Hell, I'll come on and do a commentary for you for a very low price. For the Blu-ray, I will come on and do a commentary for the Blu-ray and actually do that because I am very, very tired of seeing these bare bones things come out from Twilight Time and Arrow. Really, I really am. Twilight Time, you did this. This is awesome. Keep doing this. Don't sell a movie. Don't sell 2,000 or 3,000 copies of a movie and then say, okay, that did really well. Maybe we'll put it out again and sell it at another high price and then put features on it. Do the feature thing in the first place. Even if you have to do more copies, or if Strange Invaders also being set by Twilight Time.
Yep.
And John Carpenter's Vampires, which we know that they can have features on this one. We know John Carpenter will be willing to do features. We know we got James Woods there. There's a lot of people that will be able to work with that one there. So, but I'm guessing, don't quote me on this, but more than likely what we're going to see is if anything was in the John Carpenter's Vampires DVD, that's going to be ported. Maybe. If the rights are still there. And that's the thing that bothers me. That bothers me more than anything else. Why? If you don't have the passion to do something, why? I know the money's there for you, but and again, at the end of the day, it's still a business. At Scream Factory, Arrow, at Twilight Time, Olive, it's all a business. But just treat the fans a little bit more right. I want to be able to go out and buy Count Yorga. I want to get it and have amazing special features. I want to read about how hard Robert Corey was to work with, because apparently Vincent Price thought he was extremely hard to work with when they worked together. And I want to know all that. I want to know the stuff that went behind the scenes. I want some kind of featurette telling me how Count Yorga changed the way that vampire films were done, because it did change the way vampire films were done at that time. It changed Hammer's look at vampire films, and Hammer were the leading guys at the time. Johnny, your wine punch?
Yeah, no, it's good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's fantastic.
Berry blast.
So that is my rant. I ranted on here about Nightbreed and ended up loving Nightbreed. So that's what I want. I want to be able to rant about something and get fans that love Twilight Time and love all the films, maybe upset a little bit and say, no, that's not right. They're going to do awesome stuff with this. And then prove me wrong so I can come back on here and do a video that says, oh, I was totally wrong about this. I want that. I don't expect it to happen, but I really want it. And anytime that happens, that's good for me as a fan, as a viewer, as a watcher. Not so much as a consumer, because it means I buy more stuff. And then my better half there, then she gets all mad at me. Gets all, she's like, but there's more stuff from Twilight Time coming up. They're also bringing out Absolute Beginners, one of Hin's favorite films, actually. As of today's date, Twilight Time is bringing out Absolute Beginners with, just what?
No features? I'm going to guess you're just thinking no features. No features whatsoever?
An isolated score.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Happy Sunday. For me right now, it's time for tea, and usually I say that. What do I say this time? Say hello to the big leopard print cat cup in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And you?
How am I supposed to do a stinger for this one?
I don't know. This is your stinger. This is your stinger.
All right.
Believe it.
Yeah. No way.
You're going no way.
3 videos in a row.
No way. You're still doing that, man.
Oh,
you really like that movie.
It was funny.